Hi everyone, this is Tony Mori. Join me on my visit to Clos Pegase winery in Napa Valley's Calistoga. Clos Pegase founder Jan Shrem visited Japan on vacation when he was studying at UCLA and fell in love with the country. 13 years after he met Michiko, who would later become his wife, he became very successful in Japan's publishing industry. In 1968, he sold his company that had 50 offices and 2,000 employees and left with Michiko on a trip to Europe. 1983, he purchased 50 acres of vineyards in Calistoga. He now owns 450. The estate's winery is a collaboration of art and wine. Stunning sculptures and paintings are displayed everywhere, creating a museum-like atmosphere. Let's learn more about Clos Pegase winery in Napa Valley's Calistoga from owner Jan Shrem.
The winery Clos Pegase was completed in 1987 following an architectural competition sponsored by the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art, in which 96 architects participated, and Michael Graves won the award to build a temple to wine. This has been described by many publications and books as being the birth of the modern winery. In fact, this November, the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art will have an exhibit called the Modern Winery, based on Clos Pegase and the influence Clos Pegase has had on other wineries. The name Pegase refers to the Pegasus, the winged horse of which in Greek mythology gave birth to wine and art. And we have 450 acres of land in the Napa Valley. That means 180 hectares in the European designation. And we produce Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, Merlot, and Cabernet. Our wines have won international awards, and also the winery itself was voted by the Bordeaux Association as the #1 winery in the world for art and culture. We display almost 1,000 works of original art inside and outside the winery. The famous newspaper, the Washington Post, called Clos Pegase America's first monument to wine as art. Most important in making wine is the vineyard. 80 or 90% of the quality of wine comes from the vineyard. There is no alchemy in the cellar that can transmute bad grapes into good wine. It's got to be in the grape. And that is a very complex, very scientific undertaking. From the rootstock, the clone, the position, the spacing, the canopy, the way that it is aligned. There are many, many factors that determine, of course, the soil in which it grows is very important. So there are many, many factors, and we have our first great authority who started the quality for Clos Pegase is a famous person called Andrei Chelychev, who is considered the prime authority on quality wines in the Napa Valley, and he has taught many people to create a great wine. And now we have another famous consultant, Paul Hobbs, who continuously helps us in the vineyard. This is our Chardonnay. It is from the Carneros, which is the southernmost region of the Napa Valley, 2 miles from San Francisco Bay. It is a very cool place because the San Francisco Bay is a very deep body of water which keeps the area cool in summer and ironically warmer in winter than here in Calistoga, where we are only 30 miles away. This is Michiko's vineyard. Carnero's vineyard is called Michiko's vineyard. Michiko was my wife for 50 years, and unfortunately she passed away 3 months ago. The Chardonnay is fermented in oak. It never sees stainless steel. It goes straight into the French barriques for both the primary fermentation, which converts the sugar to alcohol, and the malolactic fermentation, which converts the acids in the wine. It's all done in French oak. Now, our Cabernet comes from 3 different vineyards. First of all, we do have Cabernet in Carneros. It's called Graveyard Hill. There are no graves there, but there are so many rocks that the heat of the sun in the rocks helps mature the Cabernet, and it gives it a very high acidity, which is very important for food, wine to go with food. And then we also have a Cabernet vineyard surrounding the winery here, which you see. And then we have a third vineyard, which is called Palisades, which has been, the name has been changed to Tenma. That is just 5 minutes from here, very near, but it is ideal location for Cabernet. So the combination of the 3 spaces creates spectacular Cabernet. My name is Jan Shrem. I am the fortunate owner of the Clos Pegase winery, which is one of the most distinctive, famous wineries in the Napa Valley, famous for its architecture, its art, and above all, its wines. We welcome all visitors here. I'm standing here as an example of the 1,000 works of art we have on display, a masterpiece of Henry Moore, who was the most important sculptor of the 20th century, which is titled Mother Earth, and which welcomes our visitors. It is surrounded by flowers now in homage to the memory of my wife, Michiko, who passed away about 3 months ago.
I hope you enjoy the art-filled museum-like Clos Pegase winery in Calistoga's Napa Valley. I'll see you guys next time.